Hello and welcome to Zoom with the incredible Sal Davis. We are connecting between the southwest of England and Zanzibar in Tanzania. We will experience some bumps again because this is a Zoom meeting and we have a handful of people who have joined us in this meeting: Naz Musa, Mariam Omar and Daudi Kanja. So sit back, relax and enjoy Mr. Sal Davis.
Mama, you treat my sister mean. Treat my sister mean. Mama, you treat my sister mean. Treat my sister mean. Mama, you treat my sister mean. Treat my sister mean. He's the meanest man I ever seen. Mama, this man is lazy. He almost private crazy. Mama, he takes some money, makes her throw away the honey. Mama, her heart is aching, her belief is breaking. All of her friends say they don't understand what's the matter with this man. I can't let it go. Mama, treats my sister mean. Treats my sister mean. Mama, treats my.
Tell me a little about Sal Davis. I think you coming from Mombasa. When did you first hear of Sal Davis? How old were you? You must have been a baby then.
Having actually been born and brought up in Kibokoni Old Town, he was somebody we looked up to, and every time he visited the coast, we wanted to see him, and everyone knew where he lived. So we'd actually line up to actually see him because we'd heard his music anyway at home with my mom and dad playing it. So we knew him, we knew where he lived, we knew his house. Of course, now it's been demolished and, new buildings have come up. But he was a legend. He's always been a legend in Mombasa and will always be.
That's what I was told. Because when I surprisingly, I had never spoken to Sal Davis until October this year. Never. I have never, as a radio DJ on the Voice of Kenya, on KBC, as somebody who went around the country doing roadshows, I had never spoken to Sal Davis. I had never met Sal Davis, and I still never met him. Even on Zoom, we speak on the phone. We haven't spoken on Zoom, even whilst we're planning all this. So it's a big experience for me. So when I got his number through some contacts in Nairobi, and I called him without identifying myself, he waited a week and I said, Sal Davis, have to hug. Hey, habari bwana. You've made my day because you are a legend. I have always wanted to speak to you. I've always said, no, I'm not a legend. Because if I were a legend, with all the music of Sal Davis you're playing on the radio, you could have interviewed me or you could have met me. So I'm not the legend. You are the legend. You are the legend. Daudi, when did you first, as a young man, hear Sal Davis?
Oh, my first encounter with Sal Davis is actually when I was in high school. And I used to follow you so much on Big Time, on Voice of Kenya General Service. And every other time you'd actually play Sal Davis' song, like Unchain My Heart, Makini. Mm-hmm. And of course, I didn't know that Sal Davis was a Kenyan. I thought he was kind of like Mzungu because his intonation and singing was at its epitome best. So truly, it's actually now two legends meeting now, Abdul Haq and Sal Davis. And I'm surprised this is kind of like the first time that you'll be facing him live somehow.
Yeah.
Because I thought you should have actually even interviewed him those early 70s. Or was he based in Kenya or London then, I think?
You know, you'd be surprised. He sent me a whole portfolio of his collection. He sent it through email. They scanned and sent everything he had done, all the newspaper cuttings of Dubai, Oman, Nairobi, Lusaka, and Mombasa. I've got the whole thing, and I'm planning to compile a book for him. And I was going through that. This man was next door to us in 1975 at Hotel Boulevard because he was part owner. And,
Yes.
that's when I started radio. So I'm wondering, where did the connection go wrong? And then he was at New Stanley in 1978. That's the time
Yes.
I frequented New Stanley because that's the time Boney and were coming there. And that's where they were going to be. So I don't know where we missed each other. But like you say, fate has it. And I'm getting a bit concerned because I think I'll ask my assistant here. Yeah, I have my grandchild who's my personal assistant here, handling the phone. If you could just call that number back in Tanzania as I'm talking here. Yeah, so I'm not getting a bit concerned because they should have come on by now. We've been talking the last 3 days continuously, looking forward to this day. And I said I will reduce the number of people, but I need some 5 to 10 people that are into music and people who may know you because they're ex-Mombasan. And I don't know what's happening. Just try to call him. So that's what's happened. Never got to meet the guy, and I'm not getting worried. Mariam, you know, ni kama hapa wanasema nini kama ardhi na mbingu. It looks like
Yeah.
I'm concerned really because he was very excited the other day. Sema, we should not miss it. Just bring the time lower for me because by 8 o'clock his time, he's already out with his friends in Zanzibar. That's where he is with his family. He spends a lot of time in Dar es Salaam and shuttles between Dar es Salaam and Mombasa. That's why I'm picking your mind, keeping Sal Davis on the side. From
Yes.
artists from the coast, who would you pick from that time to this time and say, these are the legends, or this is the legend?
You know, in Mombasa being a coastal, a Swahili town, Sal Davis, for those who were educated and who wanted to listen to English music and, well, R&B or jazz or whatever you call it, it was Kelly Brown, Sal Davis. But a lot of people listened to the Swahili musicians. You know, you had your Juma Balos and your Zainal Abidin, you know, that sort of thing. But I actually can't. Sal Davis was actually a legend in his own right, seriously speaking.
What about
I
you?
don't think
What,
there's anyone else.
Dodi, what would you say has been the most outstanding group or musician or artist from Kenya?
Say like from Mombasa, in the order of best, I would say Kelly Brown and Slim Ali.
Slim Ali.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Slim Ali.
Yeah, in the order of best, you know, I would say Kelly Brown and Slim Ali.
There's some, sorry guys, I heard his voice and I hear there's some Quran playing there. What's happening? Is he there?
I like the way you've dressed up. I mean, you know, I'm just wearing a shirt here. I mean, you know, I'm not dressed up. I'm just wearing a shirt. I'm outside, Zanzibar.
Let us see that shirt because you're in Zanzibar. I'm in this cold.
I know. Well, I'm you know, I'm with my grandkids, all my grandkids, my kids.
With my granddaughter. She's the one supervising the camera here.
Wonderful.
Bring her closely. Just come.
My granddaughter's haven't arrived for that stage yet.
Mr. Sal Davis, finally I get to. I'm here with my.
Let me show you mine. Come here, you. Come here. Look, come here for 1 minute. Here's mine, you see? The other one here. Come.
What's your name?
Hiya. Say hello.
What's your name?
My name is
What's the
If
name?
you know how to speak Swahili,
Say not yet.
Not yet.
speak Swahili. My kids, they're Swahili. They speak English and they speak Swahili.
Say your granddad taught you,
He hasn't taught me yet.
yeah? But you learn little by little.
That's a MTM. What does that stand for?
Okay, well, that's Junior, MTN.
Hi, Sal Davis. Very nice to see you. Sorry, I'm just off the camera. So MTM is the initiative that we set up here in the southwest of England. Initially set up to honor the South Asian community regarding business and grassroots community work, because there wasn't anything of its type. So we had awards, but they were very specific in who was getting involved. So we felt that our communities also should have their own. That was 2012. 9 years later, MTM Awards now is national, international, as well as regional here in the southwest of England, honoring the best in business and community grassroots work again, but focusing on all of the ethnic communities here in the southwest, the diaspora, and internationally.
Wonderful.
That's
That's nice. That's nice to know. I didn't know anything about MTM, I must admit.
Makini akili ni ndugu wawili, moyo sende mbali, tizama lako, my baby, my baby, my baby. You had me worried when you went on safari. Hurry, hurry, baby, hurry back to me, my baby,
And
my
I,
baby.
my life is empty without you.
so you should
Oh,
can't-
I can hear Sal Davis, man.
Yes, you can hear
He's
me,
American
Sal
accent.
Davis.
yeah, so
American accent? No, I'm sorry. Only because you're not American, so you think I have an American accent. I sound more like a West Indian because of my.
I had
living
always
in
thought
England.
you're American, man.
No, they
I
lied
always
to
thought you're
you.
American.
you know,
They lied to you.
I
They lied. I'm from Kenya. I'm from Kenya. How can I be American? I was born in Mombasa.
You live from Philly.
I didn't know that until you were interviewed by Mohammed Juma Njuguna in Gargazano.
Hey, I was born in Mombasa, but
Great.
a place called Kibokoni.
You're a
Yes.
great man.
Okay, let's get down to business. Then there's Delby.
But I can't. We're getting down to business, but I can't see you. You can only see me.
You can't see me.
Nope.
What's happening, man?
I'm looking for you. Now I can. Yes, but small little thing.
I would have fired the crew here.
I didn't want this picture because you're much better looking than I am. Now I can see it again.
Oh,
We're up on the line.
come on, man.
I can see you now.
You've got all your clips here. You're very, very good looking. I'm asking what prompted your parents to send you to the UK at a very young age for education?
I had not finished my schooling yet in Mombasa. I was at the Gone High School. So my dad thought it would be a good idea for me to go to England because my cousin, Mazrui, Ali Mazrui, a very famous man regarding literature and political science. I'm sure you've heard of Ali Mazrui.
Professor.
He was at Huddersfield, then he went to Manchester University. So my dad sent me to Manchester to live with Ali and climatize myself so that I'm able to go to college. I stayed with Ali for 3 months. Then I went to college in Portsmouth. I was at Portsmouth College of Technology.
Okay, carry on, Sal.
Yeah, well, then I stayed with Ali Mazrui in Manchester while he was at the university. And actually, to be honest with you, it was one of the best things that I could do. So when going to college, I stayed with Ali, which was in July. August, September, my college opened. So I went to Portsmouth. But believe me, when I tell you, I learned so much by staying with Ali Mazrui for those 2 months that I would ever learn any other place in the world, believe me. So when I went to college, I was ready. I was ready for college, and whatever I did in Africa regarding my A levels for England, we did the, like for example, the Battle of Hastings, which was 1066. It's exactly what came in my A level. So it was very good. So I did, that was like it's a history, the Battle of Hastings on 1066. In England, that was one of the things that is quite known for a long time. So I finished, then I was supposed to go and do law. Now, I got involved in Portsmouth with some kind of music. There are two bands that came there. One band belonged to a guy called Ray Ellington, very famous in England. He's died now. The other band was Ted Heath. Ted Heath was quite a famous guy. Now, they used to have talent competitions there. You understand? You go to the dance hall, and then they say, whoever wants to come and sing can sing, and you get a present. You get paid. You understand? I got paid. So I went there and I said, look, I'd like to sing. Not knowing exactly what I wanted to sing. But calypsos were the main thing at that time. Harry Belafonte was big in England at that time. So I decided to sing Island in the Sun. Now, the first thing the man asked me, what key? That surprised me because I knew nothing about a key. But then, you know, as you become a musician, then you know a lot that key is the most important thing. But anyway, he asked me, what key do you sing in? I said, key? I said, I don't know. He said to me, can you sing something? I said, yeah. This is my island in the sun, where my people have toiled since time began. You may sail on many seas, the shores will always be home to me. Now that was Island in the Sun. At that time, it was one of the most famous songs in England. I did that. To my surprise, I won the tournament. Didn't know how, but there it was. So there the start started. Then this band called a Ray Ellington Band. It was actually not a band. Ray Ellington had a quartet. He himself was a drummer. Then he had a piano player called Dick Katz. Dick Katz became a very famous manager. After that, he managed Valerie Masters. Valerie Masters became famous, and Dick Katz married Valerie Masters, was his wife. And Dick Katz decided he wanted to handle me. He thought there was a little bit of talent, maybe that he could expose. And I said, look, I'm doing my A levels here. You'll have to wait until I finish. Then I'll come over to London. Maybe we can see what you would like to do with me. So that was it. I finished my A levels. I was going to go to the Middle Temples for my law degree, becoming a barrister. Can't hear you.
And you can hear me. It's not.
Now I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. Carry on.
So then I did a year, and then I said, this is not for me. So I went into music. The rest is history.
So,
Yeah, because my first song, because I used to admire a guy called Ray Charles. Music is a different world, believe me. You either you grow up with it, or you're really a super talent to be able to go. I didn't grow into music, nor was I a super talent to be able to do anything really. But having said that, I did it. And what happened, Dick Katz took me into his corner and taught me a lot how to sing, music, clothes. He did everything for me, and I really gratefully died, the guy also. I don't know if I keep killing these guys. Then I had another guy called Hal Monty. He used to be a manager of Michael Holiday in London. Michael Holiday was a big star in England. Boom, 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 boom. He sang like Bing Crosby. Boom, 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 like that. You know, he was that kind of a singer. Bing Crosby of England became really, really big. Anyway, he was good because I started going around not only in England, but moving away from every place. And, you know, that it started. And the rest is, maybe you know it. If you ask me,
yeah, what's
a special thing, maybe I'll be able to answer.
What's the first track you recorded?
I said to you, I admired Ray Charles.
Yeah.
And the song that I admired was Unchain My Heart, Baby Set Me Free. Unchain my heart, 'cause you don't care about me. You got me sitting like a pillowcase. Never know that I'm gonna waste. So unchain my heart, baby. Set me free. That was my first song. And I was in Belgium.
You got it.
I went to do a show in Belgium, and they released the song in Belgium. I'm not lying to you, but in a week after they released the song became #1. I knew, I knew that I was doing a show in a place called Chez Paul. The place was a cabaret, and I was singing at night in this cabaret. All of a sudden, my song is being played all over. So there's a place at a square where you sit and they announce the news. It keep going like this. The news comes on and you keep watching it. So I stood there one day and I saw myself. My God, but the thing passed, so I had to wait again until the thing came back again, you know. So I mean, Belgium started me. There was a recording company called Ronex. They are the ones who took me and on their label. So there you go. I became quite big in Belgium, in Italy, in Germany, but never in England at that time. Never. I was living in England.
Unchain my heart, baby, let me be. Unchain my heart, 'cause you don't care about me. Got me sitting like a pillowcase. Never know that I'm gonna waste. So unchain my heart, oh baby, set me free. Unchain my heart, baby, let me go. Unchain my heart, 'cause you don't love me no more. Every time I call you on the phone, some fellow tells me that you're not at home. So unchain my heart, oh baby, set me free. I'm under your spell, like a man in a trance. But I know damn well that I don't stand a chance. So unchain my heart, let me go my way. Makini akile, nindugu wawile, Yo senembali izamalako, my baby, my baby, my baby. You had me worried.